This is the local music revolution. 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 Hello and welcome to the Local Music Revolution. I am your host, Ogre. On today's episode, I have another hip-hop rap artist from the Fresno, California area. His name is MC Wicks, and we will get to him in a minute. But first, I would like to give you a little bit of background. I was put in touch with MC Wicks right after the Kooleidoscope interview. Like the day that I recorded that interview, within an hour, MC Wicks was talking to me, which was really cool because, you know, he's a good guy. I really enjoy talking to him. And as you hear in the interview, this guy's just really kicked back and just really digging the fact that he gets to be a musician for, you know, his life. I mean, he gets to be a musician. Like, he's living the dream, guys. One of the first things I decided when I started this podcast was to make sure that there were no genre barriers. I don't like genres in rock and metal. One of the things I decided early on was not to have genre barriers. I don't like that in rock and metal, so with one of my projects, that's not going to be an issue. That being said, MC Wicks came on and he talked to me. He taught me a lot about his upbringing in the rap game because he didn't start out just with a mic in his hand on stage. He was doing rap battles and things like that. As you will hear, this guy started from the bottom and he's worked his way to the level he is now. Just like every other musician I've had on the show. They started somewhere and it got them to their current position. That's why music is so great. It doesn't have a genre. You do start from the bottom and you work your way up on top. The struggle is all the same, but the experience is differed, and that is what makes it really cool. And MC Wicks is so easy to talk to. He's just really fun to talk to. So in the conversation, we talked about how he got into rap, how he rap battled his way up to where he is now, how he writes his music, and about his effort to try to do things that have not been done before, which is admirable. I mean, as a musician, you want to try to do that. You want to make a splash. You want to be different from everybody because that's how you get seen. That's how you get noticed. And that's how you ultimately get loyal fans. Speaking of fans, I could not be doing this without the bands that want to participate in these interviews and the fans that listen to these interviews and give good ratings and talk about the podcast to other people. Thank you guys so much. Within the past month, the podcast has grown giant leaps, and there's going to be more. Please brace yourselves. I know change is weird for everybody, but a lot of things are going to be changing around the podcast. Hopefully everything is going to be for the better. Everything I have planned out is going to make the podcast even stronger, and hopefully as time progresses, more and more people will catch on and love these local musicians like we all do. One of those changes happened recently as the Local Music Revolution got the first sponsor. I would like to thank Stringjoy again. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be part of your team and part of your roster, and I cannot thank you enough for giving me this opportunity. As a listener, you get perks for the sponsorship as well. All you have to do is go to stringjoy.com. Go check out the strings. They have acoustic, they have bass, and they have electric strings. They only have one alloy right now, but as with the podcast, they are expanding and they're looking at new ideas. So keep in touch with them and they'll let you know what's going on. But go there, check out the strings. When you're done and you're at checkout, use the promo code LOCAL, LOCAL, and you will get a discount for being one of the great listeners of the Local Music Revolution. As always, you can contact the podcast at facebook.com/thelocalmusicrevolution. I'm also on Twitter at TLMR Podcast, on Instagram at thelocalmusicrevolution, all lowercase, all one word. The podcast even has a Tumblr, tumblr.com/thelocalmusicrevolution. Check it out. I'm trying to get that updated. And this whole operation is run by WordPress. All you have to do is go to thelocalmusicrevolution.wordpress.com. You can follow the blog if you are a WordPress subscriber. If not, you can check it out. Every episode is on there. Every new post is on there. I have implemented something new called Random Starts. And what that is, basically, you wake up in the morning, you put on your favorite musical device, you press shuffle, first song that comes up, you post that song, any information you have with it, and if you really want to get technical and help people out, you add a video to it so people can see and hear what the song is all about. I am doing that. If you don't want to participate, that's fine, but if you do participate, I would love to see what you guys are listening. Now, without any further updates or anything like that, we'll get to and appreciate the man, MC Wicks. All right, we're here with MC Wicks. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just chilling, man.
That's good to hear, brother. That's really good to hear. So like I told you before I started recording, there's not much in the way of a bio for you, how you started and what got you into doing what you're currently doing. Can you go into the backstory of how you came to be MC Wicks and what you're doing now?
Well, yeah, man. I'm just a young MC. You know, I started at a very young age at 13, and it all started with a cypher, you know what I mean? Two people were rapping. Yeah. I wasn't even a rapper, and I jumped in, and I did good, and I got a reaction, and I was like, damn. When people's energy is what really drives me, you know what I mean? I like people's reactions. I like to really touch someone's soul or affect them with my words so much that it makes them say, oh, shit, or ooh, or make a face or something.
Yeah.
I never... I felt like I was expressing myself, and I was getting love for doing that. And a lot of people nowadays, they're afraid to express themselves, especially now in this social media era, this text era.
Yeah.
People don't like communicating verbally or anything. So I just felt good to just like be myself and to get respect and love for it. A lot of people are really afraid to be themselves, so that's part of it. And part of it was just me loving hip-hop, you know, like coming up as a young kid. And I've always wanted to be a part of it, but I didn't know where I would fit in. Like, I'm a big dude, so I obviously knew I can't be no breakdancer.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do graffiti because graffiti nowadays is like, it's just like gangs, you know. People are getting killed for spraying on walls, and that's not what it's about. It's about the art and the craft. I was too broke to afford DJ equipment. So one day I just spit a rhyme, and it just felt right. And ever since then, I knew this is what I wanted to do. And I knew this is what I could do, no matter what. All I needed was the people and my voice. And just those two things right there gave me so much power and changed my life. So, yeah, really, it's all about the people, man, and energy and connection. That's my whole purpose, really.
So how did you start practicing and developing your rhymes and the way you deliver your words?
Well, as soon as I did that cipher that I was talking about, I right then and there, like a lot of people, they'll rap for maybe 2 or 3 years and then finally take it serious. But immediately, I knew it's what I wanted to do. So after that day, I just downloaded. It was like literally like 5 or 6 beats, and I'll just freestyle all day for like, at least maybe for like an hour and a half every day after school. And whether it was whack, whether it was dope, no matter what, I just kept freestyling to find my rhythm. And I went through a million voices and a million rhythms and styles, and word plays and all that until I got it right. But literally, yeah, after day one, I just dedicated 100% into the craft. And it took me maybe a good 4 years to find myself. And now I feel like I found myself, so now I'm just perfecting myself.
Nice, man. Nice. I've actually been in the music scene here in Tulare and Visalia for about 10 years now. I'm a big guy too. You mentioned that earlier. And I've actually been laughed at, and people didn't believe that I played the drums, especially in a metal scene, which was hilarious. But yeah, getting to be able to find your voice in your music, that is one of the greatest things I've ever been able to experience.
Honestly, when a lot of younger cats hit me up or people coming in the game and they ask me for advice, I say it's all about finding yourself. And there's a few things you gotta find. You gotta find your voice. You gotta find your rhythm. You gotta definitely find your character. And that's beyond music. That's really within who you are as a person, and you gotta be able to elevate that in your music, because that's what people are gonna connect to is your soul.
Yeah.
And I tell them that, to be a master of this or of any type of art, it's really a lot of soul searching and a lot of practice. And it may take you years, but if you really love it, you'll do what you got to do to get where you got to get.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's really what it's all about, is finding yourself all around.
Yeah, man. I mean, music is unbiased in everything. It goes past language barriers, cultural barriers, whatever barrier you think you have, and it's just there to try to connect people. And when you're able to tap into that, it's a great thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So
It's universal, man.
yeah, very much
Yeah,
so.
I could listen to something. I could listen to music that's in a different language, and just the instrumental alone can connect with my soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how powerful music is. That you don't even need words at times, and it'll bring up some thoughts or some memories or make you feel a certain way.
Yeah, it's an amazing, powerful tool, and sometimes it's abused in a way that's odd and kind of weird, but it's a great way to connect everybody in all walks of life to what you're trying to do. I actually listened to a few of your songs while I was doing research for this show, and there's one called "Trying to Come Up" that I was listening to. I was like, he likes his mom too. Like, he's just said that.
Yeah,
And,
man.
yeah, it's really cool that you put that in there, man. Not a lot of people have respect for the people that brought him up. Um,
Well,
Go
as
ahead.
far as that goes, there was a point in time where we didn't have the best relationship. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it was rough for a while, and but later on in life, I just realized, at the end of the day, all you really have is family, and they're gonna be there with you all the way until you're laying in the ground, and you're still gonna be in their heart. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. Yeah.
there's no everybody, like all these people, a lot of young kids, they try to go search for another family, um they try to find family in gangs, or they try to find family in the wrong places. And even if you and your family aren't on the best terms, you could work together to fix those things. I think the problem is with a lot of people is they give up on their own family before they try to work it out. And I made that mistake too myself. But
Yeah.
now I'm trying to work it out, and now we're really good. We're really close. But that's my advice to everyone. I don't care how you feel about anyone in your family. They're going to be the best people to have on your team, so make sure you work things out with them.
Yeah, that's it. Very true, man. Very, very true. Um, so how did you develop the beats that go along with your rhymes? Do you have somebody that does that for you, or have you sat down and learned how to do that yourself?
Oh, speaking about that song you mentioned, my homie Jay Mixon, he's a local producer from the Central California area. He made that, and I have a few producers. One of the first producers to be like my main producer and kind of like took me under his wing and taught me a lot of things. He's an older legendary DJ. He's been on the scene. Some of you might have heard of him. His name's DJ K Pizzle. And we got a whole EP called the Never Had a Dollar EP. Oh, and wow. Yeah, man, he's one of the first people to really be like an official producer. We're working on a new project, but yeah, I've been blessed to be on the scene as a fan for a while. And basically, I just supported everybody, and I just supported, like, if I like what you do and I believe in your product or whatever you're pushing, I'll support you, and I won't want nothing in return. And people seen the support was real, so by showing that love, I got love back from a couple of really good producers. And, you know, I'm happy that I was never on no Hollywood stuff. I'm happy that I was open-minded to put my ear to the streets and really connect with the people.
So what's the capacity of a producer when you talk about a producer? I know in rock and metal, they kind of find the BPM of the song. They kind of dictate how many times you repeat a riff or something like that. They kind of help a band construct a song. What does the producer do in the rap game?
They do. They basically make the beats. They'll mix down the tracks. And exactly what you said, a little bit of input. They'll throw in a little bit of advice here and there. They might say, oh, you could do a certain thing in the intro, or they'll just they got an ear for music, so they'll be able to put their input. And if you're open-minded or if you're willing to listen, it may work. I'm always willing to listen. There's been points where they told me to do some crazy, ridiculous stuff. I'm like, man, that's not gonna work. But I never say never until I do it and I hear it. And if I hear it and it sounds right, then I'll keep it. If not, then we'll have to redo that. But yeah, real producers, man, they got a real ear. And nice. 9 out of 10 times, you should take their advice. But yeah, they just help you out with little things here and there. How to spice up a song, I guess.
Nice. So what was the first song that you recorded?
Wow. Honestly, man, I have no idea. It's just like I said, it goes all the way back to when I was like, I think the first thing I ever recorded, I might have been 14.
Oh, wow.
And when I first started rhyming and shit, like how I said earlier, like I was really, really, really broke. Like I was like the kind of cat that was just like super bummy, like have some faded ass shirts and was like, I look really fucked up, man. There was some real shit going on. So I saved up some money on some ghetto stuff. And I bought a karaoke machine, which is kind of funny. But it had an SD card.
Oh, nice. You
could put it in and record on the SD card, and obviously you could play that on computers or whatever. So I would just put in an instrumental CD and get a mic and an SD card, and I used to record everything live from beginning to end.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of it was just like freestyle stuff, but I honestly don't remember my first song because I was so young.
Wow.
And I don't know if I really want to count the karaoke things as my first song.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. We were so broke when I was doing the whole garage band thing. We had somebody that recorded a live tape of one of our shows. We put that on our old-ass TV in the VCR and put a computer mic to the speaker of the TV, recorded that, and released that. We were really bad off.
Hey, man. Hey, we all start somewhere, you know what I mean? It's good to look back at where you came from. You know, It kind of humbles you, you know?
Yeah, I still have those recordings. I'll pop them in every once in a while and check them out. Just remember
I have my
how
recordings, poor. And, yeah, like, I just look at them once in a while. But I'll never click play, man. I came a long way, man.
Have you ever
tried? I came a real long way. I was not that good for a while.
Have you ever tried to actually go back to one of your songs or one of your rhymes and try to fit it in some of your newer work?
No, I haven't did that. You know, I had thoughts about it before because there is some stuff like when I was a little bit younger with the karaoke stuff that I feel like I could spit those same rhymes now and deliver them 10 times better and probably put a little bit more style to it and just give it what it needed. But I went back and I heard it and I knew it was just that time and that's where it belonged. It belonged in that time when I was 15, when I was 16, maybe 14. I just left it there and I said, you know, I'm going to continue to grow anyway. So these are just reminders of where I came from, really, of like how far I came.
That's awesome, man.
But I never really did that. I had thoughts about it, but I haven't did it. I haven't went back and tried to figure out what could I fit where, but my gut feeling just tells me to create new music, man.
That's the way to do it.
I want to have a big, gigantic catalog by the time when I notice, like I got an older homie. His name's Cubic, and he's a legendary MC out here from a crew called Schoolyard. Y'all could Google that, man. They did real stuff, real tours. They had their CD in like stores and all that, legit. But I go to shows with him and I watch him perform like a lot, and he has so much music that even though I've seen him so many times, it always feels fresh and it always feels brand new because you're not hearing the same songs, and he could do so many different things on stage based off of how much work he has, and I'm trying to get to that level. That inspired me a lot. So I try not to like remake anything. I just try to keep it new and fresh.
So how many releases do you have under your belt right now?
Well, officially that like I really, really, really moved out there.
Yeah.
Like on a serious note, there's Still in the Struggle. That's a mixtape. I got the Never Had a Dollar EP, which is obviously an EP, and the new Bump My Shit mixtape. But before that, you know, I had a lot of stuff. Maybe like 4 or 5 CDs.
Wow.
Actually, I could look right here. I got it in my computer. Let me see. Damn, I gotta. Never mind. I can't find this shit right now. But yeah, man. Officially, I got 3, for sure.
Do you still perform some of those tracks off of the earlier CDs that you had?
I've been performing just mainly the newest CD, Bought My Shit. I've been performing stuff from that and Never Had a Dollar. And then the Still in the Struggle CD that came out maybe when I was like, I recorded it from like probably like 16, 17, and 18. Like I recorded it for a while because I was trying to save up a lot of money to like press it up, and there was all kinds of crazy stuff going down. But so I kind of sat on that music for a long time, and you know, it's decent and it's pretty good. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is you could hear the kiddish mentality, and there's nothing wrong with that because at the time I was really literally a kid. I was like 16, 17, so
yeah,
it's a little kiddish, and I'm performing at spots that are like 21 and over. People are like early 20s to early 30s, so I don't really perform that too much no more, but I'm not ashamed of that work at all either. But yeah, I feel like I'm more developed now. Like from now, basically that whole catalog that I was talking about that that I want to get, it's all gonna start from Never Had a Dollar, and now these last 2 projects, I could be an old cat and I could be rocking some shit from these last 2 projects. These could stay in rotation for years.
Nice, man. Nice. Speaking of that, can you tell me about the song Grind Now?
Yeah, man. I mean, with that, I wanted to just kind of like let people know where I started and how far I came, because a lot of people really think that I got handouts or I got it really easy on the scene, because I started really doing stuff on the scene at a really young age, and a lot of people get their foot on the scene when they're like maybe like 23, 25-ish. But they don't understand that I've been doing this seriously ever since the start for like 7 years. And I just wanted to let them know, like, you know, there was no handout at all. Like, back in the days, I was happy to jump into a cypher. I would go to hip-hop shows and wait for a little group of a little circle of people to start rapping so I could go in there and kill it. That was my stage. And then, like, the same people that think that I got handouts are the same people that think they're too big for an open mic. And it's
wow.
like, you don't understand, dude. Like, I was really on the street level where an open mic would have been like the world to me. Like, a cypher without a mic and a few people was awesome.
Nice.
So I just kind of wanted people to know that it's just my statement, just like letting them know that, hey, man, I really did this. Like, this shit did not come free. So just really letting them know the backstory. And they could respect it or they could try to keep saying the same thing, but it is what it is, and I put it out there so people could know what's up.
That is great, man. That really is. And with that, this is Grind Now.
Yo, we ain't playing around, we on the grind now. Been starving too long, we gonna eat now. I put my heart in this music so I can't sleep now. I put my heart in this music so I can't stop now. We ain't playing around, we on the grind now. Been starving too long, we gonna eat now. I put my heart in this music so I can't stop now. Yeah, come on. Dedicated mad years to write these rhymes. Best believe I'll make it. Wild word, my time. Started off with nothing, so I had to sacrifice every dollar that was mine just to rock this mic. Haters wanna talk like I ain't earned my spot. Before I had a mixtape, I was on the block, battling a cypher straight off of the top. No time to preparate, just rock on the spot. You started off in the studio, taking them takes. Where I'm from, you get one chance and got no breaks. If you choked in your rhymes, you was just a fake. That's why I stay on point, spit them flames. No matter what you say, I'ma do my thing. You never grinded like me, never felt my pain. I'ma make it out the struggle while I watch you hate. Grinding 24/7, there's no time to waste. We ain't playing around, we on the grind now. Been starving too long, we gonna eat now. I put my heart in this music so I can't sleep now. I put my heart in this music so I can't stop now. We ain't playing around, we on the grind now. Been starving too long, we gonna eat now. I put my heart in this music so I can't stop now. Yeah, come on. Gonna make it out the hood, make my family proud. Always gotta show love to the hometown crowd. When I'm globally known, I'm still reps in count. Fresno, CA, that's what I'm talking about. Had to earn my respect, but they loving me now. Ever since day one, I've been holding it down. For all the people in the struggle that's living like me. That's why they show me mad love when I'm up in the streets. Know I'm living like them and I'm stuck in the east. But I ain't even tripping, homie, cause I'm stuck in these beats. Pick for studio time, but had nothing to eat. Shout out to Snoop the One for holding me down when I was stuck on my own and I needed some help. Big ups to Ultra Studios, we family now. Shout out to everybody that be bumping my shit. Cause if it wasn't for my people, then I wouldn't exist. We ain't playing around, we on the grind now. Been starving too long, we gonna eat now. I put my heart in this music so I can't sleep now. I put my heart in this music so I can't stop now. We ain't playing around, we on the grind now. Been starving too long, we gonna eat now. I put my heart in this music so I can't stop now. Yeah, come on.
And that was Grind On. All right, man. So you hit on it a little bit. I kind of want to go a little bit more into that. So you said you started with the rap battling and stuff like that. Can you explain how that works and what drew you to that?
as far as like, it all goes back to when I was saying like just rhyming on the street and doing ciphers and stuff.
Yeah.
Back then, it was either like a show to me was a cipher or a battle. And once I battled one person, everybody wanted to battle me, and everybody wanted to take the spot. So battling has been a part of it since like the very, very, very beginning, and I'm happy that it was, because it's not easy for a young kid to get into an open mic at a spot that's 18 and over, or do any kind of shows. I mean, even like I've done shows, now I'm 21, but I've done shows in 21 and over venues when I was younger, and it's really a hassle, like getting snuck in through the back or going in through the front and having 5 security guards staring at you so hard. Like literally, like you're only in there 5 minutes, and if you're not already on the stage rhyming and doing your set, they straight up want to drag you out.
Yeah.
And it just puts a lot of pressure. Like it really, some of those performances were a little bit off, because I felt like, man, I'm going to get kicked out before I even get to grab a mic. Like, these dudes do not want me in here at all. So as far as battling goes, when I was 17, there was a battle rap lead out here, and they do tryout battles. It's called Power and Respect. And they got a Facebook page. It's Power and Respect MC Battle Lead. They got a YouTube page with a lot of subscribers and a lot of history, a lot of videos. So you could check it out, and that's Power Respect 559. And you could go ahead and contact them, and there is no politics. You don't need, like with certain shows, like promoters, they want to see how much views you got on your video. They want to see if you got any projects out. They want to see where your fan base is, because they're making an investment, and a serious one. They want to break even. But with battling, man, you could literally, anyone listening to this podcast right now can hit up either the YouTube or the Facebook page and ask for a battle, and they will set you up. Wow. And it doesn't matter who you are. Anyone, you could be hella old, you could be fucking 50 years old, or you could be 14, 13, nice. And you could get a battle. So that's why I really like the battle scene, and I appreciate it. There is no politics. The only thing is you just show up there and you earn your spot. Most times you gotta earn your spot to get in. Over here, you go there to earn a spot, period. You could build from ground zero in battle rap, so that's why I like it.
Nice. So you can lay a good foundation, so when you actually get to be that older MC, you can actually have a name for yourself built already.
Yeah, it definitely helped me out. And even as far as performance goes, I noticed like when you do battles, you don't want to sound like, they do written battles now, so you don't want to sound like you're reading it off your paper. You don't want to sound dull. So it helped me it really helped out my projection and my energy, and helped me connect with the people, because it's really about crowd control, and that transformed into my performance on stage.
Nice.
So battling is definitely good, man, just to sharpen your skills up.
So you were talking during the break. You said that there's not many all-age venues. Is that in Fresno that you're talking about?
Yeah, as far as Fresno goes, a lot of the venues are 18, well, mainly 21 and over. There's a little bit of 18 and over spots, but there's really not much opportunity for young up-and-coming people to really do anything. Strummers is a venue that does all ages events, but only for certain events.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but they got some events that are 21 plus, and then they got some that are all ages and some that are 18. I have no idea how that works, but yeah, there really isn't a place for the youth to come to express themselves, and I think that's what we need, man. We need something to do out here. Yeah. We need something to do that's positive we need something constructive instead of destructive.
Yeah, man.
And I think art. whether it's painting, whether it's painting portraits or it's painting graffiti or it's dancing or it's rapping or playing in bands or whatever it may be. That's what the kids need, and they need somewhere to go to do that. Fresno's missing that. I think that would help out the community a lot.
Yeah, man, we have that here too. There's very few venues for all ages show here in Tulare and the Visalia area. If you want an all ages show, you technically have to play in your backyard because that's only real place. It's a tragedy, really. It really is. All right, so your rap battle skills and everything. I actually watched a video, and one of your you did an intro that said I have a hot date with a hot plate.
Oh yeah.
Really, really funny, man. And you did this rap, the 10 Commandments or something like that.
Oh yeah, the 10 Fat Commandments.
Yeah, man. You got a really good sense of humor about being a bigger guy and everything. Where does that come from?
Well, what it comes down to is growing up, my whole family, like, we're all extremely funny. Everybody has a comical side to them, and we all like to talk a lot of shit. So people like my brother or my sister or whoever would try to clown me, and I had to be good with the comebacks. And they basically always targeted my weight, which I'm not all sad and all emo about. It's part of the game. It's part of the clowning game. But they always targeted that. So I just, at a very young age, I just said, you know what, I'm going to get something negative, and I'm going to try to flip it into something positive with so much confidence that even though you're trying to say it's a bad thing, I'm going to talk to you and make you believe it's not. And that's just the power of words, man, and being witty. So you could basically thank my family for for being a bunch of slick talking motherfuckers. You know, they're the reason that I came up with this character and the defense mechanism, and they're probably the reason why I did well in battle rap. I know how to come back. I got good comebacks, man.
Yeah, you do, man. I really enjoyed watching that. Something else that came up. Where did you get the name MC Wicks?
Well, you know, when I first started, you know, it was it's like a shorter definition of wicked, I guess you could say, because I was going through hella crazy stuff, and I wasn't necessarily in the right state of mind. And I guess everybody kind of feels that way when they're like really young or whatever. And with rap, what I liked about it is I could express the negative side and the negative things that I was feeling, and people would be like, yo, that's real, I connect with that. But if you had like a regular conversation like how me and you are talking right now, and you started telling people all this crazy ass real ass shit at a bus stop, they're gonna look at you like you're hella weird, and they're gonna go like probably scoot 4 or 5 seats away, you know. So really what the whole MCing thing started off as was to express a negative side in a positive way, to not get in trouble, to not get in fights, or not try to hurt anyone else or myself. It was just getting that out of my system. But now I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm happy. I love life. Everything's great. But so now what my name is to me really is just a reminder of where I came from and how it was when I started, so I could always look back on my growth. And MC stands for move the crowd, microphone controller, master of ceremony. And that's basically someone that has presence, that has skill, and they know how to entertain a crowd. And I wanted to put that in front of my name so I could live up to my name.
Nice.
You know, I can't call myself MC Wicks and then go on stage and give a boring ass show. Just like fucking, you couldn't call yourself Gangster Ray and fucking get caught for snitching every 2 seconds and, you know, ducking fights or whatever. So yeah, I put the MC in front of my name to live up to it, and just remind the people about the craft. Really.
Can you go into the song trying to come up?
Yeah. There's a lot of traps out here, and when you're trying to make it out, it's so easy to go the wrong way. It's so easy to go to drugs. It's so easy to try to start doing some street stuff or whatever it may be. And there's just a lot of things planted out in poverty that are here to hold us down. So it's basically it's warning people about the reality of the streets and our surroundings, and kind of just giving them a warning like, hey man, this is real and you don't want this. It's better to do it the right way and go through some struggle than try to do it the fast way and lose half your life in the cage.
Jay mixing on
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very true, man.
I love my city, but it's just so rough.
Trying to come
Got
up.
dirty cops, yeah, they all corrupt. Wanna profile, throw us in handcuffs for no reason. And they treat us like heathens, like you in the neighborhood and you be thieving. Sometimes I feel like they don't wanna see us breathing, cause they so evil, acting like demons. Crazy in the head, got them ego trips. Wanna see you flip so they can empty your clip. Bucking at your head, might leave a few in your ribs. Sometimes this even happens in front of the kids. It's sad that they have to witness this. It's an everyday struggle and it's not gonna change unless you work hard and do your thing. Don't be stupid, little homie, use your brain before you end up dead. I get stuck in a cage. Yeah, we in the ghetto trying to come up in the world that's corrupt. That's why we always stay stuck. I said we in the ghetto trying to come up in the world that's corrupt. That's why we always stay stuck. I wish everyone had something to eat. It's hard seeing homeless families in the streets. One day the same thing could happen to me, cause I'm broke with no job and I'm chasing my dreams. Gonna work hard till I'm considered a king. Highly respected in this hip-hop thing, but I gotta keep it real, it ain't paying the bills. Even though I got love and a whole lot of skills, sometimes I be starving and missing some meals. I love my moms, cause she holding me down, I'm struggling. And she's still sticking around. She could've said, fuck you, kick me out of the house. I would've walked out. Yeah, pack my bags. So I gotta show her love when I write these raps. Hopefully it pays off so I can pay her back. If I ever get rich, I'ma throw her a stack. We in the ghetto, trying to come up in the world that's corrupt. That's why we always stay stuck. I said, we in the ghetto, trying to come up in the world that's corrupt. That's why we always stay stuck.
That was trying to come up. All right, MC Wicks. You have a YouTube channel. You got 800 plus, 900 plus followers on that channel. It looks like you're doing really good. All your videos are awesome. But you're not signed to a label. How is it that you have those videos? How do you come up with the ideas? How do you make them cost effective, time effective? And how do you actually produce them?
Well, my earliest videos are by a guy named JM Productions, and I met him in high school, and this was like back when I was doing like cyphers and all that.
Yeah.
And he always heard me rhyme, and I guess he always thought it was good. So eventually he got into video making, and it was just kind of like he respected my art and I respected what he wanted to do, and we kind of just worked together to build together.
Nice.
And
nice.
now he's doing his own thing. Like, we're still homies and stuff, but now he's more focused on working and some other stuff. So kind of when he got out the picture as far as video editing, I hooked up with the homie Kings Rivera, and you know, he's great. He got good prices. He's professional. He'll work with your budget. Like, as far as me, you know, I don't got too much money. I kind of really, outside of rap money, I really don't have no income, and rap money isn't the most money. So
Yeah.
he will work with you, and once I connected with him, I just said, you know, I'm gonna just keep working with him because he makes it fair for you. You know what I mean? He doesn't try to gas you up, or he doesn't take 10 weeks to make a video or whatever. And I just wanted to get into visuals immediately because I realized that nowadays it's all about visuals. You could put a video of one of your songs with a picture of your album cover, and if it doesn't look like a tight-ass HD crazy video image, people might just skip past it.
Yeah.
So imagery will help you sell. Imagery will help you be seen. Imagery is it's the way of the internet. It's the way of this generation. So yeah, it all goes back to being young. Again, I couldn't get into the venues to showcase my talent, so I said, man, I could get on YouTube and I could reach the people with good visuals. So I focused on videos immediately.
Nice.
That's all I had. YouTube and a good camera, a good editor.
So which one of the videos was the most fun that you had making the video?
Man, I gotta say my favorite music video out of all of them, it's hands down got to be a video called Never Had a Dollar.
Okay.
And
nice.
That video is crazy because I had a whole vision. Like, the whole album cover, if you watch the video and you see the album cover, it's just me sitting down by a brick wall holding up a sign that says Never Had a Dollar. And, you know, I was really struggling, and there was a point in time where I would, like, have, like, bad dreams of me being homeless and, like, just on the corner, like, even, like, rapping for change or panhandling or whatever it may be. I kept seeing myself right there. So I kept seeing the same image over and over and over, so I turned it into my album cover. And if you see my album cover and you see the video, I go back to the same location and I sit down in the same exact way and I do a scene and I kind of bring the album cover to life. And I've never seen anybody do that, bring an album cover to life in a music video. So I had a lot of fun because, I don't know, someone might have did it, but I felt like I came up with something original and something artsy and something kind of deep with a meaning behind it. And that was fun. And it was just good because I had concepts. I had it all mapped out. So basically, my advice is plan ahead and you'll probably have more fun.
So do you sit down and try to make, like, scene by scene ideas come out, kind of scripting the video so that when you guys do get to it, you guys know exactly what you want? Or are there parts where you wing it?
What I usually do, you know, I'll go around the city and there'll be a few locations that I see people haven't used, and I'll pick like one or two main ones. And there might be maybe a skit or an idea about something I want to throw in there. But I have like maybe two locations planned out, and after that, I usually just drive around a few blocks and try to do something spontaneous. I like to keep things a little bit spontaneous because, I don't know, I think it makes it more fun.
Yeah.
So I kind of, now I'm planning a little bit more, but I'm always going to keep it a little bit more. I'm always going to throw a little bit of spontaneousness in there. But I really just pick locations and I kind of just let everything happen naturally.
Nice. So, with that, do you have ideas for more videos that you're going to produce in the future?
Yeah, for my next video, I'm actually going to do the Grind Now video. And I don't want to give away all the ideas because I think they're pretty good and I want to surprise everybody. But for the first time ever, I'm going to open up a music video shoot to the public.
Oh, wow.
And I've always wanted to have a lot of people involved in my music videos, but I'm not the kind of guy that hangs out with 40 people. Like, I have my handful of good friends that I could count on my hand and my family. And so yeah, I don't got a big old posse or whatever around me. So I've always wanted to get people involved because I wanted to do like story skits and just have people there to be a part of something. So that's going to be my first time I bring the public into a music video for Grind now. And hopefully, you know, some of them are down to do some story skits. And you'll see something that I haven't done yet.
That is awesome, man.
But yeah, I
like
got
that
a fan base now, so now I could actually, you know, make some pretty tight shit happen.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on that, by the way. I tried to add you as a friend, and it said that you had reached your limit of 5,000 people. So, good for you, man.
Yeah, I know that happens. Sooner or later, I'll probably post something offensive that someone will delete me for, and I'll add you as soon as I get someone pissed off.
Can you talk about the song Think Twice, please?
Think Twice. Well, I don't know. I guess you could just say that it's like me just being braggadocious and going back to my roots of like just battling and kind of boasting. And at the same time, though, it is a little serious. Like, there's people that come into hip-hop and they're just doing it just to do it and like really take up space, and you're not making it fun for anybody, really. You're not making it fun for anybody at all. You're just fucking taking up space and just being hella whack and being on. It's just not entertaining, you know what I mean? So it's just for people that are in the way for no reason, really, you know?
I got you, man.
It's just for these motherfuckers that came into rap for 10 minutes and fucking invade our culture and just leave just so they can feel cool and feel hip.
Ouch. All right, man.
But yeah, it's for them phony MCs, and I just felt like bragging. But yeah, think twice, man. If you want to really call yourself an MC, you got to think twice and really think about it. You got to really know if this is what you want to do.
It's like that with every music, though. All music, you have to think twice, because music's not something you can just do overnight. You have to practice. You have to hone that craft, and if you don't have the love for it, then that's not going to work out well for anybody involved.
I tell people, man, if you want to make music, you better be ready to put in hella years.
Yeah.
And that's just into the craft alone. And after you get that down, you better be down to put in hella years to actually finally get to the money.
Yeah.
So if you ain't willing to put in a lot of years, then you might as well not do it.
Yeah, man. I completely agree. You have to be able to see yourself doing this at least 10 years later. I mean, you have to know that it's going to be a long, long road, because those people that are making money at it, that's the 1%. Actually, that's like the 0.1% of
exactly.
of people. Everybody else is scraping and nickel and diming it so that they can make ends meet. Well, the 0.1%, you know, they make all the money and they get all the push. I mean, you
they
have
had to put in that work
it.
and put in that time. They probably had a lot of starving nights, you know, rocking shows, coming back home with nothing to eat in their fridge.
Yeah.
And doing a good job. But, you know, at the end of the line, if you put in 110, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, man. And a side note to that is it's a profession. It's a profession of who you are. You have to be able, if you don't put in 100% of who you are into your art, then you're never ever going to experience what the amazing parts of it are. I mean,
exactly.
You have to respect yourself enough to be able to put in that time, and sadly, some people don't see it that way, and it's a tragedy.
Exactly, man.
All right, man. With that, this is Think Twice.
Sucker MCs, please think twice. Hey yo, shut the fuck up. Sucker MCs, please think twice. Get a bar one time, get a bar one time. Sucker MCs, please think twice. Think about it, y'all. Think about it, y'all. Sucker MCs, yeah, please come on. Think twice. On your tracks, you talk about $1 million bucks, but when I see you in the streets, you looking bummy on the bus. Don't wanna hear them lies, I think we heard enough. You got a few homies that be all up on your nuts, but outside of them, we all know your music sucks. You got a big ego, cause all of your fake people. If you wanna battle me, I'll murder you and your amigos. Got your moms crying like, what happened, mijo? Gotta let her know you battle the MC that's lethal. Bars is razor sharp and they just stabbing you like needles. Looking at me crazy cause you think that I'm so evil. Bars is vicious and I'm the illest with the stilo. Gotta get my money cause I'm out to feed my peoples. You out to get paper to make it rain on them free coats. Change your mind state, get food on your plate. Cause you thinking like a sucker and it's such a disgrace. So sucker MCs, please think twice. They don't know what you're doing, think about that. So sucker MCs, please think twice. They don't know what you're doing, think about that. So sucker MCs, please think twice. They don't know what you're doing, think about that. So sucker MCs, please think twice. Hey yo, come on. Think about that. Sucker MCs looking goofy on the mic, cause every time you on the stage you ain't rocking it right. Getting mad at the crowd cause they don't feel your sound. It's not original, homie, get your own sound. I know it sounds foul, but I don't give a fuck. If you in it for the money, then you shit out of luck. Do this all wrong, need to get a day job. Don't got bars, you can hardly write a song. So what happened to all that paper that you stacking? Oh, I realize you really lying when you rapping. Stop bragging, cause it's all fictional, so we don't feel it, yo. Don't feel it, yo. When I write these lyrics down, it's straight from the soul. I love hip-hop, you already know. I hit them with the knowledge, hit them with the flow. All you whack MCs need to let the mic go. So sucker MCs, please think twice. They don't know what you're doing, think about that. So sucker MCs, please think twice. They don't know what you're doing, think about that. So sucker MCs, please think twice. They don't know what you're doing, think about that. So sucker MCs, please think twice. They don't know what you're doing, think about that.
And that was Think Twice. All right, I know you have a show tonight, which is freaking amazing that you gave me an hour of your time before you had to hit the show. I'm sorry, I have to redo that. All right.
That's right.
Oh, fuck. All right, man. So where can people find you? How can they get a hold of your music, and how can they witness what you're doing in your genre?
As far as YouTube goes, and that's where I'm trying to get the people out mainly. The channel is Wicks, Wicks MC, and go ahead and subscribe to that. Check out a few videos. Let me know what you think. And on Facebook, you just type in my name, MC space Wicks, and you'll find me easily because nobody else has that name, you know what I mean? So you can go ahead and Google that. I'm on SoundCloud. Oh, I got to shout out to Twitter and the Instagram. Twitter and Instagram is MC_Wicks_559. And that's what it is, man.
That's awesome, man. That is great. So I know you have to leave here pretty soon, but you said that you wanted to talk about the local scene. So for a couple minutes, can you describe what your local scene is right now, how you see it growing, what you think needs to happen for it to grow more so you guys can be moved to that next level?
Well, it's perfect now. Everything you just said right now, there's starting to be a lot of big names that are coming out constantly. So that's helping out the scene, period. It's helping people that normally wouldn't go to a normal there's a lot of hip local showcases, and there's a lot of people that are like, if they don't know him, they don't want to go. But for instance, Slick Rick is coming up tonight. Big gifts here. People that never even thought or even cared to put their ear to the street or to listen to local music are going to go to those shows, and they're going to hear local MCs, and they might like something, and they might get involved with people in their own region. So as far as these shows, we need to keep these shows good, and we just got to keep what I say is, you know, everyone says like unity is gonna make the big change. Yeah. And you know, unity could do a lot, but the mentality out here is so crazy and cutthroat. So what I say that's a little bit more realistic is, you don't need to be everyone's friend. You don't need to be at everyone's show. You don't need to be in everyone's space, but you need to respect everybody as a person, and you got to respect everybody as an artist, because they're all trying to grind and we're all trying to make it out of here. There's a lot of people that try to say, oh, don't mess with this person. Oh, don't listen to them. We got beef with them. Or they try to get people to boycott people. That needs to cut. That needs to stop. Yeah, it don't matter how wacky you think somebody is, or it don't matter what they did to you. If you're trying to boycott somebody, that's just, to me, that's some sucker ass shit. Like, so yeah, man, respect everybody, period. No matter how you feel about them, show them that a little bit of respect, to try not to sabotage people. We need to quit trying to tear people down and let people do their thing. And if they make it, that's good. And if not, hey, you know, it happens.
That's awesome, man. That was the whole idea behind this podcast too. And you really hit it on the head, man. It's awesome to hear that I'm not the only one that thinks this.
Yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is, you know, like we're all trying to provide. We're all trying to do something. I could respect someone's grind even if I don't like their music, or even if, you know, even if there are some disagreements, I can still respect your grind, and I can respect you as a person.
Yeah, man. That's completely true, man. All right, brother. Well, I know you got to get going, and I want to thank you very much for your time and for your effort to be on this podcast. It's been amazing talking to you. I learned a lot. I really, really interested in what you've got going on. After this, I'm probably going to go listen to a couple more of your tracks. So, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, man.
Well,
thank
shout
you.
Shout out to Local Music Revolution. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on the show. You know, it means a lot, and we need more stuff like this to showcase the talent. You know, we don't need to wait for anyone else to pick us up. We are the machine, and we all just gotta work together. And shout out to all my peoples, man. Shout out to my new sponsor, Liquid Nitro, man. And shout out to all the supporters and everyone that's tuning in. Real talk, one love.
All right, brother. Good luck tonight. Fucking rock that shit, okay?
Hell yeah, you already know.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Yup.
And that was MC Wicks. So, I will say this again. I grew up and I earned my place in the heavy metal rock scene here locally. I was never in the rap scene. I honestly never understood rap. I still kind of don't get a lot of it, being now that I've had rappers on the show. I've listened and I've come to appreciate what they do, because, you know, these guys are very talented. But I feel ignorant in the fact that I'm not really sure a lot of the things that are going on in this culture. The thing about MC Wicks is he and we started out the same, different ideologies and different things that led us to ultimately be where we're at, but we started from the ground up. He started rap battling. I started in garages and basements trying to earn my way into a place in the local scene. He's done it. Thankfully, I was able to get where I wanted to go when I was doing it, so everything worked out. But that's the thing. he and I are very, very similar in our upbringing. It's just different thoughts and different ways of living the music. Wicks is also a very, very, very good guy because he does have a little bit of success as a local artist. He's very well known. I follow him on social media, and this guy is constantly doing shows. He's working and always out there, which is amazing to see. But on the same side, he is also promoting young artists or newer artists that are coming out in the local scene. And that's incredible to see because some people just don't do that. Some people are just trying to make their way for themselves. Wicks gets the fact that it's a scene. Everybody needs to succeed because high tide raises all boats. Thank you, Jamie Josta from Hatebreed. You are wonderful. That is a great saying. In the end, really, all that comes down to is the fact that I appreciate the similarities we have. Musical genres don't really count when you're talking to Wicks because, like I said, I'm a metalhead, but he really cool to me, really, really inviting, talks to me straight up, and it just makes for a very, very good conversation, as you just heard. So, Wicks, thank you so much, man. It's wonderful, wonderful working with you. You really should check out Wicks on Facebook, on Instagram, and if you're feeling really weird, you should check him out on Snapchat. All of his social media sites are really, really fun, really interesting. One of my favorite things is he goes to local food joints and, takes pictures of what he's getting, and he's really into being local, which is incredible. So follow him on all social media. Just look up MC Wicks 559 and you'll find him. As for the Local Music Revolution, you can always find us on Facebook, facebook.com/thelocalmusicrevolution, on Twitter, TLMR Podcast, and on Instagram at The Local Music Revolution, all lowercase letters, all one word. I post show notes and pictures. I'm trying to get some more, inclusive pictures of process and studio and things like that. So hopefully those will be coming out very, very soon. The podcast is run on WordPress, so you can go to thelocalmusicrevolution.wordpress.com and you can follow the blog there. There's all of the new information and all new updates go straight to WordPress before they go anywhere else because I like keeping that website up to date, and everything on there is completely current and wonderful, by the way. You guys should check it out. I've also started implementing a new feature I'm going to have on the Local Music Revolution. It's something called Random Starts. Basically, the idea behind it is in the morning, you wake up, you put on your phone, iPod, Zune, whatever the music media player is, and you press shuffle. First song comes on, you write something about it, give her information, let people know what you're listening to in the morning. That's what I'm doing because I think it would be fun to try to keep up with that. So, first two have already been released. I'm doing it Fridays and Mondays, just so you guys know. It's nothing too bad, but hey, if you want to join, just let me know when you post those things. I'd really like to hear what you guys are listening to in the mornings. And with that, if you want to listen to past episodes of the Local Music Revolution, there are 3 major ways you can do that. One is iTunes. Go search in the podcast section of iTunes, look up The Local Music Revolution, and you'll find us. You'll see all of the past episodes. If you subscribe, you'll get all of the future episodes. Don't worry, Android users. For you, there is Stitcher. I did that specifically for Android because I use Android. So all you have to do is download the app, sign up. When you're done signed up, look for The Local Music Revolution and follow the podcast. Every single new episode will be on Stitcher, as well as iTunes and many, many other podcast carriers. If that is not something you're interested in, you can also go to the blog, thelocalmusicrevolution.wordpress.com, and you can download the episodes there straight from the posts that are released. You can also check out the show notes and everything else that I am posting on the WordPress. One last shout out, I would like to say thank you to Stringjoy for being a sponsor. You guys, as listeners, if you are interested in new high-quality strings, next time you need to restring your guitar, go to stringjoy.com, look through the pre-made sets of strings, and then if you want to, go get your custom set of strings. All you have to do is answer a few questions, and Scott and his team will work with you to try to get the best strings you can get for your guitar. It will make your playing amazing and so much better, and you will have so much more fun, because that is what music is about, having fun and being able to worry about one less thing when you sit down with your instrument. So, being that you are great listeners, please, when you're done and you're at the checkout, use the promo code LOCAL, that's LOCAL, and you will get a discount because you are wonderful listeners of the Local Music Revolution. Speaking of listeners and guests, please, if you know of bands, send them my way. I would love to interview them. I like doing this. This is a blast for me. I love talking to people about their process, about the nerdy music stuff, and I just really enjoy what I'm doing. It's such a fun time, and everybody I've met has been so great. So things have changed a little bit because of the weirdness that went on for a little while. So if you are interested, go back to the WordPress. Like I said, everything is run through WordPress. So go to WordPress. There's an interview sign-up sheet. Sign up your band or your project or your company. If you are helping music, I want to talk to you very, very much as I want to talk to the bands, because musicians need help. Companies that help local and unsigned musicians should be applauded and celebrated. I want you on the show. I want to talk to you about how great you are. I want to talk to you about your business. It will be 1 hour of talking about nothing but you and what you do. Next Thursday, we'll have something different. He has musical roots, but right now, he is doing his own thing. He is writing for Icons of Fright, Fangoria, and Delirium magazine. He is doing the photography thing on the side. He directs music videos when he can get the time. He is a good friend of mine, Jerry Smith. I got him on the show. I talked to him about how he got into music, how he started playing, about the photo session that he had with the last band that I was in, about how he got to see White Zombie and Pantera together in the early 90s. Most importantly, this guy has followed his dream. He wanted to be a writer. He wanted to be in the movie industry. So what's this guy do? He becomes a writer for movies. All of that and so much more next week. Thank you guys very much. As always, this is the Local Music Revolution. I am Ogre. You are fantastic. Until next time, take care and be good, everyone. This is the Local Music Revolution. The Local Music Revolution. The Local Music Revolution. 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 Local Music Revolution.